Hi, Candace.
Hey, Rich, how are you?
I'm fantastic. My favorite blogger. Hope you're doing well.
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm terrific, thanks.
Thank you so much for joining me once again.
Oh, it's my pleasure as always.
What's the secret to throwing a great tailgate party everyone's sure to love?
Well, it's really simple. You don't have to go all out. You don't have to spend a fortune, Candace. What you want to do is just be smart and keep it simple. So make sure you get to the tailgate section as early as possible. Maybe give yourself 3 hours, stake out a good spot, start firing up your grill then so it's nice and hot when you're ready to eat. Then you want to open up a bag of chips right away because everybody usually comes to a tailgate party on the hungry side. I like to use Tostitos brand tortilla chips. You can use the restaurant style or you can use any brand that you find in the supermarket from Tostitos. And they also have a salsa that's a special tailgate edition salsa. It's thick and chunky. And when you combine those two, any time is a great time for a party with Tostitos. But to take it up one more level, you might want to take that great salsa and add some mangoes or some diced pineapple to it, put on a side of guac, and then everyone knows you're not messing around then. You are a serious tailgater right from the get-go.
Do you have any suggestions when it comes to drinks?
Yeah, I do, and it's something that might be a little bit surprising for people who check out your blog, Candace. Everyone talks about beer when it comes to tailgating, and that's great, but I always like to give somebody an alternative to beer, and this is it. It's called Refresh by Turning Leaf, and you have 3 varietals. You have the crisp white Moscato and red Moscato. They're slightly fizzy, they're really refreshing, and what you could do with them is almost endless. You can put them over ice, chilled. You can use it as the base for a new cocktail, which is really interesting. And they only cost about $8 a bottle, so it's affordable and it fits right inside your tailgating budget.
And how about when it comes to dessert?
Well, we're getting ahead of the game because I haven't even gotten to my main entree, Candace. The main thing is you fired up your grill when you first got there, so I always like to go with traditional brats. Now, that's not dessert, but it's something that everybody's sure to love. Johnsonville brats are really full of flavor, and they're really filling, so that way you don't have to spend a fortune on concessions inside the stadium. And I like to keep them traditional with buns and ketchup and mustard, but I also like to make what I call a Reuben brat hoagie. It takes all those great elements of a classic deli Reuben sandwich and combines it with the brats. So you have your sauerkraut, your Swiss cheese, your Thousand Island dressing, put it all on a roll with the sliced up grilled brats, and that is a sandwich that everyone will remember long after the game is over. And if you don't like that idea, you could certainly go to johnsonville.com or visit their Facebook page and get a lot of other recipes.
See, I totally forgot about the sandwich. I'm usually the one that gets full-on chips and salsa, so my apologies.
That's right.
What can we do to ensure cleanup is a breeze?
You know what? It doesn't get any easier than this. This might be the secret tip of all. Don't clean up. What you want to do is take all the leftovers that you have, because it's always good to have more than not enough, Candace. Take them all, pack them all in a cooler, keep them in your car, and then whether your team wins or loses, you come out to the parking lot. You don't have to deal with traffic. You could either celebrate a win or cry over the loss, but you could do that drinking good drinks and eating good food.
And do you have any additional tips or information you'd like to share?
Well, if you want to find out more about any of the things we talked about, there are certain websites for Tostitos. You can go to Frito-Lay.com. You could also go to TurningLeaf.com for the refresh that we talked about. And then you could also go to Johnsonville.com, or as I mentioned, go to their Facebook page and you can find lots of great brat recipes.
Well, thank you so much, Rich, as always. Have a great weekend.
You too, Candace. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you. Bye-bye.